I went down in 1989 as part of the Georgetown University volunteer program and was placed with Father Fabretto, which was really a life-changing experience. The Civil War was still on. The good news is the Civil War ended, and the sad news was that Father Fabretto passed. And so I called home to Mom and Dad and saying I'd like to stay one more year to help out in that transition. So my mom and dad very graciously said, yes, you can stay another year. But I think my dad and mom were like, what's going on? And so Mark and Dad came down. And unbeknownst to me, my dad came to take me home. Unbeknownst to him, he caught the bug. I think his journey, his amazing expression of the American dream, is the hard work, the folks that invested in him, the opportunities that he was given and how he took advantage of them, the scholarships to Hopkins and Chicago and his great career. I think he realized that the American dream and our expression of it, his expression of it is amazing, but it's what all families want for their children, education and opportunity. So he caught the bug. He actually came and stayed to be part of Familia Fabretto. He had a lot of influence on me personally, but also I think on the organization's culture. Obviously there was an incredible inheritance of Father Fabretto's just imitation of Christ and his service. But I think one of the things that my dad helped us begin to inculcate was also to get organized. Dad said, if we're going to help, let's get organized. And that's when we began the US 501c3 to raise awareness and funds. And then a little later on, he said, if you're going to continue, not only help raise awareness and resources, but help to lead the organization, you should consider getting your MBA. Well, I think those of us who know my dad know he's got an incredible can-do spirit. He always taught us that, work as if it depends on you, pray knowing it depends on God. If you have faith and hard work, you can accomplish anything. I think his legacy is that, how to then share the dream, el sueño americano, the American dream, with so many families, so many students. Thanks be to God, thanks be to Father Fabretto's legacy, and for allowing us to continue that in a humble way, but something that really lasts for generations here in Central America. Well, I think with his getting involved and him inviting others, whether it was originally friends and neighbors. Our first fundraiser was at my mom and dad's house on a sweltering August afternoon in 1990, and just rallying the troops. A lot of our family have volunteered and been very generous. My sister Dana served as board secretary for many, many years and was very involved. Everybody in the family has been great. Mark and Jeff and Amy and my mom, of course. So that idea of the Familia Fabretto is really true. From a personal standpoint, if I didn't have the support of my parents, I certainly couldn't have done what I've been allowed to do. It really means the world to me, and I certainly hope he has felt honored throughout these 35 years, and that even though it might be taken us so long, I would hope he appreciates that we're honoring him every time a child graduates, every time a harvest is brought in by our students and their families. I think throughout those 35 years, I have no doubt he's felt great honor in being part of Familia Fabretto, being one of the really fundamental folks that if they hadn't played a role when crisis hit, when Father Fabretto died, or organizational change in the 90s, a handful of people like Miriam Lasso or Max, my dad, I think if they hadn't stepped up, I'm not sure the organization would be alive and thriving after. But I know that throughout the journey, there's been so many moments of challenge, but ultimate triumph, and that honor that we create, that celebration. I know he's relished those moments. Thanks, Dad. It's been great. What a blessing on our house, our life. Really amazing, and Thanks for having the courage to really kind of think outside a normal path for all of your kids, letting them explore their dreams and achieve their dreams. Look in turn at what that's done to allow other kids, other children who had very, very little opportunity, be able to pursue their dreams. So, what an incredible ripple effect. Thanks so much, Dad. Love you.